Well, hello, welcome back everyone to Zomboland Gaming. I am Zombo Skater and we are playing Satisfactory, I believe episode 9 or 10. Lost count. There's too many episodes of everything going on right now. But we made a bunch of progress in the last episode and we're going to cover all that here in a second on what we did. But I think today's goals are going to be a motor factory, an encased industrial beam factory. We're going to get all of the components made for the space elevator upgrade to allow us to go to tiers 5 and 6. We are going to do a bunch of MAM research, and actually that's going to be the first thing we do is MAM research. We're going to go look at our awesome sink because I believe we have some coupons to use. But yeah, those are the goals today, so we got a lot to do. But fortunately, I also prepared a lot of the stuff. So instead of having to drag a whole bunch of conveyors over and get stuff preset up, we got a lot of stuff going. So I am currently sitting on top of my my little hub here because I wanted to show you what we have done. And you can see this giant factory off in the distance and this giant factory off in the distance, and there's some stuff back around there. So I have bought over all of that ore from the last episode. I've actually got a stream I did yesterday that's got about 2.5 hours of footage of me working on all this stuff, and I'm gonna actually post that as well so you can see all the behind the scenes stuff that I did before today's episode. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get down to the copper there. Actually, let's go ahead and get some research started before we move. That way we can actually make sure that everything is going to be going. So in the live stream, I found our first hard drive. I haven't used one of these yet. I was hoping that I already had, but apparently we hadn't. So we can put one of these in here and go bam, scan hard drive, and it's going to take 10 old minutes. So when we come back, what this is going to give us is going to give us 3 options for an alternate recipe on something. So that's going to be pretty amazing. We may be able to actually save some resources as we go. So we'll go ahead and let that get working. And actually, while we're up here, because we're not going to come back up here for another 10 minutes, let's go take a look at this. So with our space elevator, we need oh yeah, it doesn't show it in here. We actually have to go down to the space elevator. So we will see that in a second. Apparently I forget that things have to work in certain ways. So I did bring the copper from up here, up on the hill, down. So this is a pure node of copper, and I don't think I have it overclocked. I think I'm just running with a Mark 1 miner. Yeah, so this is just running with a Mark 1 miner, and oh, those are my my extra power shards. So yeah, so we're just bringing 120 down. But I had to completely kind of rework this. You notice it's in a much bigger space now. I had to extend the platform out. But what we've done is we've bought one of the ores from over in the long area that we bought over yesterday coming up, as well as this is the original node we had. This is the node from up the hill. And then on the opposite side here, we bought in the extra copper nodes. And unfortunately, I bought in 4 copper nodes. So what we're doing here is we're making, let me jump down over here. What we're doing over here is we're making one of the layers is making copper wire. The next one is making cable, and then we're making copper sheets. And then at the I split the last copper node into half cable, half wire, just to give us a little bit extra. But yeah, it looks nice and clean and tidy. I did the same box thing I did before with the last copper, but everything had to be upgraded a little bit. I believe these are, yeah, see, these are all Mark 3 conveyors and stuff to make sure everything gets pulled in, but we are sitting pretty good with all those resources. And then the concrete factory. Good grief. So we had 5 new concrete coming in from the other area, as well as I upgraded a couple of the Mark 1 miners from back in that area and bought it all in. So we've got nice 8 lines coming in. Basically, it's about 960 limestone coming in, and then it just gets spaghettified in here. Not too bad, though. So we just basically have each line comes in, and then we've got it separated out to where we're essentially getting 45 going into each one of the... can I get out of here, please? Why does it have to always be dark when I start this? Yeah, so we just have 45 coming up into each one of these constructors that is then making 15 limestone or concrete a minute. And then because of how tall I made this little doohickey, I had to bring all the limestone up. And I basically just separated it out because at the time I didn't have, I didn't have enough material for Mark 3 conveyors. So we're just using Mark 2s and 1s, which is why I got 4 storage units. But it is producing us, I think it's oddly enough only 80 concrete a minute, but you can see that we are all the way in the top chest. We have 20 of these storage units completely full of concrete. That's 24 items times 4 times, what is it, 500? They stack in 500? What do they stack in? Yeah, times 500. That is a whole lot of concrete. We won't be running out of concrete anytime soon. So then I also came over to our new stator factory, and I actually got the iron, the copper, and the coal bought over. We built the factory in the last episode, but we didn't actually get the inputs in. So now I have everything coming up, and so we are building stators, and I believe we actually have, let me see, where are we at? Holy crap. As you can see, I AFK'd a little bit. Yeah, we are completely full. 5 complete full storage units of stators there. The reinforced iron plates we're still low on, as I've been using quite a bit of them to build conveyors and whatnot. But then I mentioned that I was going to double the steel input so we can get more beams and pipes. And so all I did with that was I upgraded the iron and the coal that was going into here. I just upgraded it to a Mark II miner, ran Mark III cables in. So we still only have 1 input coming up right here. And basically I just had to rework the math. And I just did not have enough space in here to merge and split everything properly. So I just have it kind of stack overflowing. So even though on either side there's one foundry that's at 66% to just give us 30 steel ingots a minute, and the other 2 have 45, I just decided to spaghettify it big time in here and just let it sort itself out. You know, it'll be just fine. So now we're actually collecting a few steel beams. They're pretty slow, as only 2 constructors are making steel beams, and there's 4 constructors making steel pipes. But yeah, so we got all that accomplished, and then of course I had to run power, and as you can see, I made this giant platform over here, just so that way we have room to build new factories, which we're actually going to utilize this area today. And then I also expanded this platform down here so we can run all of our things where we need. And then today, because we're building a motor factory, which requires rotors and stators, and we're building an encased industrial beam facility, which requires steel beams and cable, I've got the copper coming in for the cable and the stators. I've got concrete for the encased industrial beams. We've split out the coal ore here, so I've upgraded most of the miners off in that direction to Mark II. So that way we actually was able to split it out here. So we've got 120 going down there and then 120 coming off here. And then I've got all of our iron, which all of our iron over here is 240 per belt here. So we're actually going to be able to take care of all of our stuff. We don't have to worry about bringing any ore over. But our last thing that we built up here was because I was AFKing, or you know, I was just in the game for so long as I was building, you know, all the foundations and whatnot, is that I have pre-set up, instead of going through, and actually I'll discuss this here, but instead of designing an entire factory for smart plates, versatile framework, and automated wiring, which is needed for our upgrades over here. So if we come in and look at the space elevator, we need 500 smart plates, 500 versatile frames, and 100 automated wiring, which in total means 30,075 iron ore, 12,450 coal, and 2,400 copper ore. So instead of setting up a factory for all this, all I did was basically came over here and we were already making all these materials: reinforced iron plates, rotors, modular frames, steel beams, stators, and cable. So these two, the cable is going to go into the automated wiring along with the stators. The steel beams and the modular frames are going to be going to versatile framework, and then rotors and reinforced iron plates are going to be going into the smart plating. So I've just got the required materials for all of those inside these storage units, and we're just going to make a bunch of assemblers, output these to the assemblers, output the assemblers straight to the space elevator. That way we can go ahead and get going. So this is the first thing I'm going to work on today. I'm going to go ahead and time-lapse me putting all the assemblers and everything down going into here. Hopefully by the time I get done with this, we'll be ready to go with our MAM research and go ahead and do the next research. And then we'll start working on the next factory and, you know, basically rinse and repeat until we get all of our goals done today. So I'm going to go ahead and start the time lapse. and we will get this space elevator done hopefully in about an hour. That's my goal, is to have everything pretty much done within about an hour. So I will get to it, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, welcome back. That was pretty short and sweet and simple. So basically what I've done here is I made this giant sheet, which I figured out exactly. So 500 versatile framework is 250 modular frames and 3,000 steel beams is what it takes to make versatile frames. So I figured out, you know, how many, it makes basically 2 per minute. So if you got 500 divided by 2, that's 250 assemblers would make it in 1 minute. Divide that by 60, that gets you how many you need for basically to do this in an hour. You know, same thing here. So our automated wiring, we need 100. It makes 2.5 per minute as long as you have the right inputs going in. We only need an hour. We want to do about an hour's time. So we only needed 0.6 assemblers to do it in an hour. So we're actually going to be done with automated wiring a little bit quicker than an hour here because we're making 2.5 a minute. So yeah, you can already see we got 37 smart plates, 16 versatile framework, and 1 automated wiring. So that is done. So you don't necessarily need to always make a factory for everything. You know, obviously we do have a factory built here, but it's highly unnecessary to like have a dedicated thing because these won't be used for anything but the space elevator here, and it's always going to require components that we're making in another factory. So what I'm just going to do for every space elevator upgrade is I'm just going to come back here, figure out how many storage units I need, place the items needed, and then just assemble them and pop them in. And then after we're all said and done, we'll just delete all this stuff. But now, space elevator done. So let's go back to our MAM. I noticed our MAM got done with the research. right there when we started this. So let's head back over there. We'll get our next research going, and then I guess we'll do the motor factory. The motor factory is going to be, well, actually, we'll do the encased industrial beam factory. That'll take a little bit less time than the motor factory, and then we'll do the motor factory. Yeah, the encased industrial beam is literally just, what is it, steel bars or steel beams with concrete. All right, so here we go. So we've got some choices now. So we can either do water along with limestone in a refinery for 4 limestone. That's actually pretty cheap, because normally it's 15 concrete, but we have more concrete than we're ever going to need, so I'm not too worried about that. Steel is only 2 iron and 2 coal. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. That's pretty cheap. Screws are just steel beams. We need steel beams for all our conveyors right now, so I'm going to go ahead and go with this, because that's pretty amazing. That means we could actually go down there in my off time. I'm going to go down and redo the whole steel factory all over again, because, wow, we're going to be able to get a much better production out of that now. All right, so alien organisms. That takes 3 seconds. Boom, there we go. Now we finally are going to have some actual bullets that we can make for our rebar gun, which we haven't produced yet. And then, okay, we've got scanner improvements. And we'll look at what all this stuff does here in a second. And hostile organisms. Oh, I can't afford it. I need to go grab those. Okay, so hostile organisms we'll have to do later. 3 seconds on the quick wire. Now we're going to be able to actually make quick wire. So as I was out and about gathering wood and all that sort of stuff and getting all the other materials, I came across a Caterium node. It was not very far away from our base, actually. It's about like 400 meters. And then I just grabbed a whole bunch of it just so I could bring it back for research. Caterium electronics node. I want to do this one right here. Inflated pocket dimension. Not that we need more pockets. We've got 500 because of the mod. So that's going to take 2 minutes. All right. So, okay, so our research is going. We've got our space elevator pieces and parts. And since we're here, let's go ahead and... Whoa, ow, that hurt. Let's go ahead and go to our awesome sink. So I've been, as I've been doing stuff and things throughout the day, I've been... oh, I don't want to get rid of most of this stuff. I've got lots of things. Yeah, as you can tell, I have a pretty big storage unit. It just makes life easier when you're videotaping. Videotaping? I'm not using a video recorder. Hey, we have 6 coupons, though. Let's get to an empty slot here. What? Coupons! Let's go see what we can buy. Okay, so we have 6 coupons. We're not really doing hypertubes yet. We will eventually actually start putting some hypertubes around our factory, but as of right now, our factory is not too big, so it's not too difficult to walk around places. Pipelines, we're pretty much all our pipelines are outside right now, so no reason for that. Not worried about conveyor wall mounts, so we don't need that. It would be nice to have glass windows, but that's kind of an aesthetic thing, not a needed thing. And then, of course, these are just different looking of the walls and doors we already have, so not worried about that. I would like indoor lighting. We'll do some street lights. This way we can start actually making some light for us at nighttime. And we're at what? That's 4. And let's go ahead and get the light control panel. That way we can just have a central area to deal with stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and buy all this. Buy all. Nice. So now, if we go to our, I believe, organization, yes, we have all of these lights. So what we're going to do with the ceiling lights is underneath, like on every one of these, on every level, we'll put some lights in. That way you'll actually be able to see the factories as we're going. And then we'll also place, especially along our long conveyor walkways, we'll put some street lights down, and then we can have a centralized control panel for it as well. So that's pretty dopeth. And did we get anything else new? I don't believe we have. Yeah, no, we haven't. But what would that object scanner improvement? I don't know what that gave us. We'll have to go back when we look at the MAM and see if it tells us exactly what we got there. And since the MAM just got done, we'll head right back up and do some more research. We want to try and get as much research as we can done today, instead of like leaving it all the way till the end. Where was that under? That was under Caterium, right? And so we don't have enough stuff for that yet. Flower petals is done. Mycelia. Bam. 3 seconds. Hey, look at this. We're done with mycelia now. And now we can actually make inhalers, which will basically heal us up completely. Nutritional mixture. Ooh. I think that's going to be also another healing thing that we'll be able to do. And then, okay, so this one, we're going to have to go find our berries and mushrooms and stuff to do that one. We still have yet to find a red power slug or purple power slug. And we need all sorts of... Oh, we need heavy modular frames, which we haven't built yet. And motors, which we also haven't built yet. And sulfur, I do not have any sulfur at all. So, okay, good. So we are actually caught up with our research for today. And yeah, I'll just keep everything else on me. No big deal. So that is amazing. And, yeah, we already did the hard drive, so that's cool. I still need to get rid of all these things. They're, like, I'm surprised that they're still actually, like, running. All right, so the next thing is going to be... Ooh, can I get down here without dying? Let's see. Can we find a spot? Bam. Hey, look at that. Nailed it. So I think we're going to make our motor factory and our EIB factory. Since we have everything kind of going underneath this platform over here, I think we should just go ahead and build it right over here. Let's see how we're doing with our progress on this. Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, yeah, we're totally going to nail this in an hour. All right, so we're going to go back into time-lapse mode again, and I'm going to basically just build right here. I'll build our EIB factory, and then right over there, we'll build our motor factory. We'll be good to go. So I'm going to build both of the factories in the time-lapse, and then after the time-lapse, we'll go back through and discuss them. So here we go. I've got all my paperwork in front of me, so that way we can actually get this thing built up. And let the time-lapse commence. All right, we're gonna come back here for a little bit of a break from factory building, as the motor factory requires iron rods and screws to make rotors, copper wire and steel pipes to make stators, and both of those go in to make motors. It's gonna be a big factory, so we're gonna take a little break here. I'll show you what I've done, and hopefully we'll have our first EIB coming down here in a second. We finally got concrete going up. You probably saw me in the time lapse. I deleted our automated wiring stuff, as we are now complete on automated wiring, and we are pretty darn close for smart plating and versatile framework. So not a bad little setup, mind you. And then here's our EIB. We have EIB coming. We have EIB now. Yes, encased industrial beams. Nice. So encased industrial beams are going to be used for Mark IV conveyors. It's also used for Mark II miners and a few other odds and ends, but it's really for the conveyors that we're going to be wanting. Currently, it goes iron plates for Mark I, reinforced iron plates. I don't know why I couldn't figure out the word reinforced. Reinforced iron plates for Mark IIs, steel beams for Mark IIIs, and then EIB for Mark IVs. And they all cost just one per conveyor, just like all the others. So that's nice. So we finally have that going. And basically all we're doing here is we're bringing the coal and the iron up into here. And I had to essentially get 45, 45, and 30 going into each one. So I bought 120. I split out into 60 and 60. Split one of the 60s into 30 and 30. And then just merged the 60 and the 30 back together again, one of them, to make 90, and then just split the 90 out into two ways for 45 and 45, and then we have 30 left over that just goes to the last thing there. And that goes into our foundries, and then we've got it just going out that way with the steel ingots. And then up on top here, we're bringing the concrete up here, and I've got 3 constructors right here that are making concrete from the limestone, and then I've got 2 constructors over on this side making the steel beams, and then they basically just go up top to 2 assemblers that are up top that are taking the steel beams and the concrete and just making the encased industrial beams. And there we go. So now we've got that all done and dusted. So our next thing is we're going to go up and do some research because our MAM has completed, and then we'll get working on the motor factory. But it is, holy crap, I mean, it's getting busy up in here. Pretty crazy. I need to put a ladder right here, make it easier to go up and down. Oh, you know what? I probably have some extra ores that I can stick in here now. Sort. Let's see. Do we have extra ores that we can stick in here? Boom. Since we've got all the machines making everything, I don't need, I don't need to carry around extra ores. So we're just sticking all that extra stuff into there to, give us our ticket money. Eventually, we're going to have various objects that we're going to have extras of that we definitely don't need. Hi, Bob. Hey, where's the other Bob? I saw that there was another Bob earlier. Good, great, Bob. Get away from me. Good. What? Why are you following me, Bob? Jesus Christ, Bob does not respect private space. Oh, we don't. Oh, that's right. We're completely done with our research for today, aren't we? That is right. Okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. So I guess we just need to basically go start working on the motor factory now, which is going to take a little bit of time. So it's going to be a pretty good sized time lapse. So, all right, I guess I'm off. We don't have research. I lied. But hey, you got a progress update. So now, time to move on to motors. Oh, welcome back. Oh my goodness. I'm sure you probably saw I had some struggles in there. Good Lord, look at the size of this stupid thing. This whole entire thing is only making us 12 motors a minute. That is it. That is it. 12 motors a minute. I mean, could you imagine if I was to use Mark II miners or a Mark III miner, or heaven forbid a Mark III miner at 162.5%? This just goes from this size to almost quadruple the size for, you know, 62.4 out. Wait, that's stators. That's stators? That's motors. Yeah. I wrote stators at the bottom of it. Holy crap. Look at the size of this monstrosity. This is definitely the biggest one we've made yet. I don't even want to know what the power usage is on this thing right now. We're still well within our ability for power, though, which is absolutely amazing. Okay, so this this lagorific, look at these motors. These are amazing. Such great detail. So this horrible mess of a thing. Actually, it's not really a horrible mess. It's a mess on the spaghetti levels. But so essentially what we have here is, if I can get on the inside, we will cover exactly what's going on here. Okay, so I've got coal and iron coming up, going into these lines right here. Nowhere in this factory did I try to split it out evenly. I just said, screw it. I don't care if it's slightly inefficient. Everything is just basically, line comes in and I just split it out to every other line, basically an overflow system. So once everything gets full, we'll be keeping up efficiently. Otherwise, who cares? And then we have our copper going all the way down there to the 4 smelters down there. And then we have 240 iron per minute off of this line, going to 8 smelters over here. And we might as well walk out this way since we got to go up our ladder. So I just did this simply. Wow. Wow. I'm absolutely amazing. I didn't even connect these. All right, now we're connected. Well, maybe now we'll be actually making some stairs. Wow, I can't believe I was producing as many motors as I was. Didn't even have wire being produced. All right. Okay. Well, now that that's cleared up. So yeah, so you just see right here, I got 4 smelters for copper, 8 smelters for iron, and then 3 foundries. And basically I've got them all going up. The copper and the steel are coming up this way, and then the iron ingots are going up the other way. See if we can do this. And then basically what I have going on here is, this is where all the iron is coming up to make well, we got steel coming up here to, believe, 4. Yeah, this goes up to 4 constructors making steel pipes. We've got a part of our iron rods are coming up here, and they're going to screws. We've got our copper coming over here, going to make wire. I'm sorry, not screws. All of the iron. All of the iron. That's 240 iron is going to make iron rods, and then 120 of the iron is going for the steel ingots down below. So yeah, so we got 240 iron rods being made, and then they come up here. Did I skip a step? How? Wait, hold on. Wait, did I completely skip the floor, didn't I? I did. I skipped the floor. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. So my iron by itself, not the iron for the steel ingots, but the iron for the iron ingots, is coming up here, 240, and then it's just going into all of these constructors, which is 60. Wow, I am having just difficulty playing on a keyboard today. Yeah, and so we basically just have 16 constructors right here, all making iron rods. So that's 240 iron rods a minute right there. I thought something was a little bit funky. Oh, snap. Really? Oh, God, we're about dead. Oh, jeez. We're having struggles. The struggle is real today. There we go. All right, so now, yeah, here we go. So, yeah, so we have these part of the iron rods, because we need some iron rods for just basically iron rods, and then we need iron rods for screws, and those two combined make the rotors. So this is, I believe, 120. I think 120 of the iron is coming up here to make screws, and then of course we got the 4 steel constructors making steel pipes, and then you can see the screws right there. Because I don't have Mark IV belts yet, there's basically 480 screws being made a minute. So I basically took one set out one side, one set out this way. So we got 240 going up here, and then 240 going up the other direction. We might be able to... Really? Ladders. Why? Games make ladders easier to climb on. Like, in my opinion, whenever you connect a ladder to like a foundation, it should put like a little safety guard that you can walk around like, you know, you would in real life. For any industrial kind of ladders anyway. I mean, obviously, like, you know, your ladder at home does not do that, but an industrial kind of ladder, like say off the side of a crane or something, would have a method for you to be able to get up and down and move around instead of falling off the edge like that. All right, let's get back over there again, shall we? Brah. This thing is just monstrous. Look how big this thing is in the background. This is just insane. Oh! I thought that was a hole in the ground for a second there. And look at this, we're butted right up against this. Oh, I mean, just perfect spacing. I like it. You know what? I need a bottom section of this ladder. Will it let me? Oh. It helps if I actually have my materials to build. There we go. Now we won't fall off the dang bottom of this thing. Oh, God. Oh, God. Where's our tools? Ah, there we go. Tools and weapons. I need to go find some food, too. Good grief. Okay, let's try not to die again. What level were we on? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we really won't be able to see it from here. Yeah. Oop, oop. Okay, so now here's our first set of assemblers. So this is making all of our rotors. So it's iron rods and screws. So basically we have screws coming up here, and we have screws coming up off the other side. And then I basically just took the iron rods and just went all the way across the backside with the iron rods. And I believe they're coming up over here. Yeah, so see right here in the middle, I've got the iron rods going into a splitter, and I'm just stack overflowing the whole entire way down with the iron rods. I know it's slightly inefficient, but once things fill up and back up, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Everything will run pretty smoothly. A good view of the concrete factory from up here. Look at that. That is crazy bananas long. Oh, get on the ladder. Let's see why. Why do you have to do that in a video game? Completely unacceptable. Okay, and then this level is making the stators. So this is our steel pipes and our wire coming up, and actually we're going to be making some more stators now. And same thing, I just stack overflowed it. It's 120 of each coming in, and then this is just basically 3 steel pipes, 8 wires. One of these is at 40%, which will make this a little bit more efficient, but not too much. And then I'm just taking the output out. So this is the rotors, this is the stators, and then we've got one final level. Easy. We're gonna die again. Jesus criminy. Hey, thank you. Put the last piece of ladder up so I don't fall again. And then same thing that all of this is doing in here is we're only going to 3 assemblers. So I just have the stators right here, the rotors right here, coming into one splitter, and they just merge off 3 ways. One of the assemblers, I believe, is at a slightly lower efficiency. What is it at? So the assemblers for this is 40%. The assemblers for the stators is at 66.6%. And then all these do is just come up here and we output our motors, which are basically 10 rotors and 10 stators, make us 5 motors, and they're just outputting and going on down. So pretty nice. So we're making basically 12 motors a minute, which doesn't sound like much, but when you're off and about doing things, it actually ends up, filling your storage unit up pretty fast. Oh, no. Whoa. Yeah, see, we already got 103 in here. That's amazing. Look at that go. All right, speaking of things going, so that is now done and built. I mean, we have gotten, look at this. This place is just amazing. So many things built up. Insane in the bananas membrane. And I believe if we come over here, we should be, look at this, we can't even fit him in there. It's done. 484. We're out of versatile framework. What? Okay, let's go see why we're not making any more versatile framework. We are out of ingredients. These are snaking around. Is this our versatile framework? So we need more modular frames. Okay, that's not a big deal. Doesn't matter which side I put these in now. Doesn't. Modular frames, modular frames, modular frames. Control. Boom. Okay, but our smart plating is done, so let's go ahead and get rid of all of this. I was hoping, man, that should have been done. I guess I miscalculated out how many modular frames that needed, or I just didn't put enough inside the storage bin. Oh, you know what it was? It wasn't that I didn't calculate out the right amount. It was that when I put stuff into the storage bin, I filled up the storage bin before I had enough in there. That's what it was. So you are making smart plating, right? Yeah. So you can go bye-bye. You can go bye-bye. Oh, it's going to be nice. We're going to get upgrades. And this is basically the last thing we have to do today for you know, the goals that we set ourselves was to basically get this space elevator upgrade and get tier 1 and no, not 1 and 2, 5 and 6 unlocked. Trying to make sure I don't accidentally delete the versatile frame stuff. Okay. Did it? You know, I wonder if it is it making? No, it's not. So I guess it must have put the modular frames into the wrong damn side there. Oh, so much delete. Why am I not just doing this? Oh, there goes a bunch of that's why I wasn't doing this. Oh, the one problem once you start stacking so many things up is that, like, you know, I start deleting things I don't want to. You can't just spam the deletion button. Okay, so it must have put these in the wrong spot because it's not crafting any of these. Oh, no, it is. Okay, it is. And we only needed 16, right? Why am I under the conveyor? Stop. Move. Ah, move! Ah! Oh, 10 more to go! So close! We're even gonna be able to make 10 more? Yeah. Come on. Come on. 492! 8 to go! Woohoo! And these are... This is pretty much empty. I can just delete this right now. Oh, don't delete the foundation from underneath me. This is pretty epic. And that is powering that direction, which is powering... Wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, that is powering both of these. Okay. Oh, we're so close to be... It's not 494. Make these faster. This should have been done within our first hour. Oh, is it doing like... Yeah, it's doing 2 at a time, right? 1, 2. Nice. 1, 2. Skip a few. Oh, so that's 96, right? No, wait, what, huh? Yeah, 96. Oh, 4 more. Come on, machines. We're so close. So close. This has been such a long episode. Oh, I have done so much work today. Oh, who's going to make it first? Wait, we're out of steel beams. Steel beams. Pink. There we go. Now, I don't know what the next tier after this is for the space elevator. We probably end up having to, like, make some more of these things. Come on! Why do you take so long? Delete this now. Come on. So close. 80, 90, 91, 92. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited to upgrade this and get to the next tiers. The next tiers, we're going to get crude oil. Oh, and plastic and rubber. Oh, crude oil. We're going to be able to have... an even better fuel source. And we're actually, because of where we decided, this is kind of why I decided up here too. Just right down off our walkway that's bringing all that iron and stuff up, there's lots of crude oil right there. Heck to the Yizzy! Stop making stuff. Stop wasting my material. Alright, let's clean all of this up. And then we'll go launch the space elevator! So excited. I'm really excited for tier 5 and 6. We're not quite done making all of the current components that we can make. So we're going to keep concentrating on, you know, building the factories that we are, you know, needing to make before doing the factories for tier 5 and 6. But we're definitely going to go with the fuel and get it going. All right, look at this. We're going to seal it. We ready to load? Send the crate. This is so awesome. Watch this thing. I love this. Nice. Ada, you gonna talk to us? What's going on? Oh my goodness, look at this. 2500 versatile framework. And then we haven't even unlocked these yet. Modular engines and adaptive control units. 2500 versatile framework. Jesus. This thing actually comes down relatively fast. Let's see if we can see it coming down. Look at it just chilling up there. How long does this thing take to come back down? I don't even know. Supposedly there's a restaurant on the top of this. All right, excellent. So let's go do the final thing that we have to do today. Oh, there it's coming down. Look at that thing. Whoosh. That's so epic. I love the animation in this game. They did a really great job of, you know, just making all the little bits of parts, you know, pieces and parts all animated. This is bananas. I can't believe we fit so many different machines in such a small area. Do we have any more? Nope, no more coupons. No more coupons. Oh, my health is super low. I need to go eat. I mentioned this a long time ago. And then I hurt myself and died. Now I really need to eat. Oh, look at that moon. I don't think we ever talked about that moon. That moon's awesome. So it did upgrade itself a little bit. I mean, I don't know if we've ever paid attention to it, but you can tell that like it's actually looks stronger, sturdier. There's more equipment up there. But here's the dealio. 5 and 6. So now this is going to be our crude oil and water extraction. And we've got the manufacturer, which is allows 4 pieces of parts to go in. The truck, so we could actually set up a truck depot and have the truck bring resources to and from instead of having to make so many conveyors. Basically, you just start point A, drive the truck to where point B is, and you have a truck stop at either side, and you load your stuff into the truck stop, and then the truck just picks it up. So that's kind of cool. And then here goes our 2 new tiers for the next space elevator upgrade. We've got a way to transfer stuff that's liquid instead of having to use pipes. And then gas masks, so we'll actually finally be able to go into like the green hurt me areas. And what's in 6? 6 is Mark IV conveyors, and then the fuel generator, which is awesome. Jetpack, so we'll finally be able to fly around as long as we have fuel. And then trains. I have yet to use trains on my other save. I think I want to try and do it here. Same thing as with the trucks. You can basically have a train stop, it loads the materials in and brings it to you. I think that'd be a pretty cool idea, especially even if we just use it just to travel around the map. And then upgraded pipes for our water system. So that is pretty awesome. So in between episodes, I am going to gather all the stuff and things we need for doing some more research. And then I'm just going to AFK, because technically now, besides putting Mark II conveyors on all of the ores that we currently have, and then upgrading all of the conveyors to Mark III, there's really nothing else for me to do in between episodes, so I will be AFKing a lot. I will be upgrading all of our conveyors, and actually, I just take that back. If I upgrade all my conveyors, I'm going to have to upgrade all the factories to, you know, double their outputs. Or I might actually just split the conveyors once they get here, so that way we have that Mark I or Mark II amount of ore for you know, our next projects. I think that's probably going to be my better bet. So, whew, we got a lot done today. We encased industrial beam factory, motor factory, got the space elevator components all completely built. Man, what a lot of stuff done. Even got a lot of research done in our MAM. So, I think with that note, we're gonna call it an episode, and I'm probably gonna stream again next weekend. And we'll be playing this and doing, you know, all those stuff and things that I did like this time off camera. That'll be the same thing for the stream. So definitely go head over to Twitch. It's at ZomboSkater, just like you know, I am on YouTube and everything else. So definitely stop on by, you know, and if you have any questions or want to see me do any certain things or silly things or whatever, stop on by the stream and chitty chat with me and just hang out. But other than that, whew, I am drained, y'all. So don't forget, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share with the universe, everyone. Ta-ta for now. Bye!